Management Research. Hello and welcome to the Management Research podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Eugene. Hello and welcome to the next episode in my podcast mini-series dedicated to the 5 forces framework. And today we continue talking about one of the forces, which is the bargaining power. Actually, we talk about 2 forces, bargaining power of suppliers and bargaining power of buyers, because it is at the end the same bargaining power, and it just depends on which side are you on. Are you a buyer and then it is your power over the suppliers, or are you a supplier and this is your power over the buyers? In the last episode, we talked about the price sensitivity and in particular the impact of differentiation and switching costs. In this episode, we're going to talk about the competition among buyers and their eagerness for a price reduction. It is interesting that if there is a huge competition among buyers and you're a supplier, the greater will be their eagerness to reduce the prices, and the more they will try to force you to reduce the prices, especially if you are a component supplier. I think a good example would be a car industry where you observe huge competition among different producers from Germany, Spain, from Japan, from the US, and the competition is pretty high, and that is why they are very price sensitive. The interesting thing is that their price sensitivity has huge impact on the component suppliers, and they try to reduce the prices as much as possible. They try to work just in time, they try to put the producers into very strict time frame when they have to deliver the parts, especially if it is just-in-time production, as I think Audi does in Heilbronn or close to Heilbronn. And also regarding the prices, they are very sensitive and they try to reduce this component's price to the minimum level, just because they know that each cent, each euro will have immediate impact on the final price of the, let's say, Audi car, and it will have impact on the competition against the other cars in the same segment they're competing against. I used to work when I was a student, I used to work in many places, and one of them was a small forge where we produced the plates that you usually have beneath your gas pedal. These metal plates, we produced them in Berlin. I used to work there for only, I think, 1 week. But anyway, I observed how the business worked there. It was a huge stress. We had to work from, what was the time. Usually it was, I think, the night shift. Let's say from 10 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the morning. We had very short breaks. We had the minimum available breaks and constant stress. We needed to produce as fast as possible, as many pieces as possible, because we needed to deliver them to a very low price to a specific time. And I think this place they went to VW. I'm not sure who was the buyer. You can feel the pressure from the buyer on the supplier. On the one hand side, they are dependent on us because we are producing this stuff, and if something happens, they will get in trouble. On the other hand, it is the situation where we had only one buyer. So we were the supplier with only one customer, this VW, who ordered all these pieces from our factory, from our, I think it's called forge. We could feel it, the level of stress, and how eager the buyer was regarding reduction of the price of each component, and how the atmosphere was there. So luckily I had to work not too long there, but I observed it, and this is a good illustration of the competition among buyers, and this event the car producers and their eagerness for price reduction. If it is the case, of course, they will try to lower your price, and of course they will try to increase their bargaining power over you through these specific contracts, through the exclusive contracts and so on. This will put you under pressure. I hope it was interesting and I hope it was helpful. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to press the like button, leave a comment so I see who is listening to this podcast, and subscribe. Wish you all the best, and bye-bye.